Alright everyone, welcome back to another video, and we're looking at a build that you've probably never ever seen, to be honest, because we are leaning into the full tree playstyle. Yes, you heard it right, we're going full send with the tree and we're going to be putting a build together with the Arbor Warden. Now the main reason for this and this build with this Titan exotic chest armor is mainly because of the somewhat off meta and strange builds that are coming out of the woodwork with the new Onslaught playlist. Now this one released a while ago with Season of the Deep, as it turns out, and I literally have never seen anybody use this or talk about it, to be fair. This one really has gone under the radar. So what is this one all about? You've got Barinade as the main exotic perk on this one, and this tree looking plant exotic allows you to use your class ability to channel the light inward, providing a grenade that creates a barricade on impact. So instead of having your barricade cast when you use your class ability, you instead channel that into a little pokeball as such, and then you're able to throw it. Now it does have its uses, absolutely does, and one of the main things that I think can come out of this build is just the usage of the class ability for the Titan, just to like stun or daze enemies as they're near it or as they're walking through it. And the fact that you're able to then throw these barricades onto a spawn point on mainly any of the maps, it's just going to allow you to then be able to decide what you're going to do with then enemies. And it kind of works a little bit like suspending enemies or even freezing them in place, because they generally just walk around staggered whilst they've gone through that barricade, and being able to throw it wherever you need, wherever you want is really underrated in my opinion. And so I wanted to kind of go full tree send, as we said at the start of the video, with this one and just see what we could do with it. And one of the main things that I've seen, or should I say not seen, on the Onslaught meta is basically the Void Titan. Now this was basically the whole talk of the town before Onslaught, that, you know, Titans with Ward of Dawn or Banner Shields and Wells of Radiance and all that were going to be basically the meta for Onslaught, and it's kind of not turned out that way. And I would hazard a guess that it's because Ward of Dawn, especially the super, just isn't that fluid, because it's basically put it down and then it can block your lines of sight with certain things, and obviously you are getting that damage boost, but if it's blocking your ability to take out groups of enemies from whatever means possible, then it's hampering you more than it is doing you any favours. With the Titan barricade on Void, if you chuck on the Bastion aspect, you're going to get an overshield from your barricade. Now obviously you're going to have to go and catch up to your barricade wherever you've chucked it to get that overshield, and we can extend the duration of that overshield with the Echo of Persistence. But also with the Echo of Persistence, there's a feature on there that we're going to come back to, and it's all basically around the offensive bulwark aspect, which allows your grenade to charge significantly faster when you have an overshield. Now this is kind of where we're leaning into getting this Barinade back a little bit quicker, because you really want to pick the rally barricade over the towering barricade, just mainly because of the shorter cooldown. You've only got 38 seconds, and then with maxed out resilience you're going to be cutting that down by another 30%, which, you know, all good Titans and some bad ones too definitely want that maximum resilience. So we've got grenades that are going to be coming back a lot quicker. We've got that rally barricade, which is going to be super quick, and where I've gone with this one is I've gone down a little bit of a path with a Devour build. Obviously we're going to be getting them grenades back a lot quicker from the offensive bulwark, but with Void builds you can use Devour, and by using the Echo of Starvation we can activate Devour on picking up Orbs of Power, and Devour is basically going to supercharge that grenade ability back. The best grenade I think at the minute, especially on Onslaught, is the Vortex grenade, and we can make that last an extra long time with the Echo of Remnants. Now from that grenade you might be thinking, what the hell are you on about, grenade? We're on about a class ability here. Well, bear with me a second, because obviously we're going to be getting that class ability back in around about 30 seconds, but on the leg armor there's an underused mod which is called Insulation. Now this is going to basically give you class ability or reduce the class ability cooldown each time you pick up an Orb of Power. Now you do have diminishing returns when you have multiple copies on, So I've just put 2 on, but that is going to still give us a significant chunk of our class ability back on picking up an Orbs of Power. And in Onslaught there's just tons of Orbs of Power going on, but the main one, if you're wanting to be generating Orbs of Power, is definitely going to be through a Void Cipher mod on your helmet. Now also from that Orb of Power we're going to have Utility Kickstart. Now this is going to grant us a chunk of class ability energy when we use our class ability. So we've got Orbs of Power giving us class ability energy, and we've got Utility Kickstart giving us a ton of energy. And then because obviously we've got Devour going and Defensive Bulwark from the overshields, we're going to have grenades probably a lot quicker than we're going to have Barinades, to be fair. So you're going to be able to throw maybe 2 or 3 grenades, and then if that wasn't enough, we're going to be having and finishing this build off pretty much with Bolstering Detonation. Now this basically grants us class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. Again, we get diminishing returns when we have multiple copies, but we've chucked 2 on because that still counts. It's giving us a good chunk of class ability energy back, and then with that Devour rolling and all the stuff that we've got set around building back our class ability as quickly as possible, we're going to have that throwable barricade as quick as possible. Now one final thing that I've gone with in this build is basically a full set of the Brave Arsenal weapons. Not massively because of the rolls, but more so because of the origin trait, which is basically going to grant us grenade energy when playing a light subclass on final blows with that weapon. I've got a pretty beastie edge transit here with chain reaction and destabilizing rounds. Yes, it is as good as it is, and this can create an absolute bucket ton of Orbs of Power, and it's going to create us loads of grenade energy, and combined with Devour it's going to be absolutely deadly. And then we've also got the Recluse, because obviously we're going into that Void Siphon, and the Mountaintop. Now to be fair, the Mountaintop's one of the more interesting ones with this build, because you can actually get it to roll with Demolitionist in that 3rd perk column, which again could help build into getting that grenade energy back and help us chain back into getting class abilities back as quickly as possible, so we can throw them grenades and then Barinades down on points and just basically double up. I mean that's how I've been running it. I'm going to pop that Barinade, throw that down on a spawn point, and then if I've got a grenade up ready to go, throw that grenade on top of that Barinade. All the enemies are going to be stunned. They're also all going to be deleted because of the grenade. And then if that wasn't enough, we can throw in whatever weapons we've got, Mountaintop, Edge Transit, or even a shield throw, and you are absolutely off to the races with this one. The Echo of Expulsion is really going to add some of that exploding goodness into either of our grenade or our melee abilities, and that pretty much rounds out the entire build. It's a little bit of a niche one, but I really wanted to just lean into, like I say, the tree playstyle and go full send on the tree and just see what we could do with this one. But there we go, a little bit of a more casual build breakdown, something that I'm wanting to filter back in. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but I like to just go a little bit more in depth into what's going on and why I'm doing it and what I'm thinking. You guys all seem to enjoy it the last time I put a few of these ones out, so I'm going to bring a few more. Your ongoing support is always greatly appreciated, and if you've been here before and you're not subscribed, then please do so. It is also massively appreciated and helps me a ton more than you know. Also, if you want to, you can join other members, get some goodies to show off in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, which you can click right here.